work. If you have kids, you may want to consider shipping it, or dogs, and perhaps get into it. But for demonstration purpose, I'll put it here. And basically, I mean, you could use a staple to hold this on if not necessary. Be careful. If you have trouble, you might want to consider it. The worst problem you have is with the largest tree, you can't reach around it. I'm a tree hugger, but that's not big enough. So typically, we keep it pretty taut, wrap it probably 4 to 6 wraps.
No, I do not remember.
Break it there, and you can either cut it or just pull it loose. And that's probably a good idea once you get that on. Take a piece of 100-mile-an-hour tape, put it the length of where your seam was, like that. Okay.
One other thing, if you look online a lot of times, instead of using plastic wrap, we've used it for years. A lot of the old school, in some places still, is using like roof felt for like yeah, they're very funky. They're cutting that using that, but the plastic wrap works great.
And it's just sticky by itself? It's sticky?
No,
No.
It's a two-step process. This protects the tree from the tanglefoot. If we put tanglefoot on the tree, it would scar, you know, I mean, it would actually, that ring would show for years on that tree that it was on there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Seems like a plastic wrap would be a better seal than the roof felt.
Yeah,
you know?
you can see how fun it is.
You know, it seems like they could get up under that.
Yeah, that's the trouble. You put that up, you'd almost it'd be advised to use staples. I mean, I know for thick bark you'd probably be okay, but I hate to. And like I said, you really don't put any staples in a maple. It'll bleed pretty bad in the spring. But anyway, we won't use that. I just brought that so you all can see it.
If you have problems getting it to stay, you can use the staples to secure it. Barry's done it for years and don't use staples in it. Important thing there is just make sure that you put the tanglefoot on the same way that you wrapped it, where it'll hold it on. And you got the tape also. The tape we've never used before. That's kind of a new thing.
We're only half done there, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to jump over this chestnut oak here and show you the procedure for banding a tree that's got a rough fissured bark. If you notice all the crevices here, you put the tanglefoot all up, and if you leave that pocket underneath here, the critter's going to crawl right up underneath and you wasted your time. So you need some type of a barrier to seal that area off. So this is where this old sticky pipe insulation. I'm afraid I'm going to put one stick in, and I'll put it right on top of the bark. You should never notice. Same plan for it. Yeah, you just wrap it around the tree. And as I said, this is only ½ inch thickness, so I'm going to make 2 wraps. We would probably recommend an inch, batting inch thick that is. I'll make 2 complete revolutions. Cut that off. And then once that goes on, then you put up your stretch wrap like you did with the other one. And the key to putting this stuff up is try to keep your stretch wrap along the 2 edges, same plane there. You see what I mean? Like I say, somebody blow me a finger, I'd be on it. I think it's once you get the first wrap, you can push up pretty taut.
What's the reason for putting 2 bands like that? More effective?
Too thick?
Well, over there you just have the saran wrap. Here you have both saran wrap.
The fissures.
Rough bark.
Fissures,
Just
because
'cause of the
the
rough bark.
critters, when they come up out of the ground, they can get up underneath
So
and see how it
this is
seals
kind
it.
of like filling in the
It's
little
filler.
gap?
It's called filler, yeah.
Gotcha.
I'd say if it's a crevice about the size of a Tic Tac or large, it probably should be filled. And I mean, this is not foolproof. You might want to consider duct tape, any means to seal that off. I mentioned to Scott, he didn't like the, but